Welcome to a world with limitless possibilities. A world where pain and suffering are matched only by the sounds of those who endure it. Welcome to your nightmare.
Welcome to your nightmare.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Nightmare. It's December 20th, 5 days until the old magic holiday of Christmas. So I find it fitting to have a story about Krampus, the unsung hero of the holiday. I do hope you all enjoy. They tell you he's a shadow. A folktale to keep children from stealing an extra sweet from the larder. They paint him as a goat man, a bipedal beast with a lolling tongue and a bundle of birch sticks. But the legends are sanitized. They leave out the smell, the scent of wet, matted fur soaked in old blood and the ozone of a coming blizzard. They leave out the sound, the wet thwack of the switch hitting skin that's already been flayed raw. Tonight in the valley of Oberstdorf, the snow isn't white, it's stained pink, and the screams aren't coming from the wind. The Miller family thought they were safe behind a double-bolted oak door. Thomas Miller was a man of modern sensibilities. He didn't believe in the perched in or the old ways. When his youngest, Leo, spat in the face of the local priest and stole the silver coins from the collection plate, Thomas just laughed. "He's got spirit," Thomas had said. He's not laughing now. The door didn't just open. It disintegrated. Standing in the threshold, silhouetted against the silver moonlight, is a shape 7 feet tall. It isn't wearing a mask. The face is a nightmare of biological contradictions. Eyes the color of burning sulfur, pupils horizontal like a goat's, and a jaw that unhinges too far, revealing rows of needle teeth stained with the remnants of the neighbor's livestock. This is Krampus, and he has a very long basket. Thomas tried to reach for a fire poker. He didn't even get his fingers around the iron before the birch bundle, the root, ripped through the air. It didn't just sting. The branches are tipped with shards of obsidian and dried bone. The first strike opened Thomas's cheek from ear to chin, the skin peeling back like wet parchment. He fell, clutching his face, his screams bubbling through the blood filing through his mouth. Then came the chains. They aren't just metal. They are fused with the souls of the unrepentant. They wrapped around Thomas's ankles, the rusted links biting into the bone with an audible crunch. The beast didn't grunt. It didn't growl. It made a sound like a dying horse, a high wheezing whiny of delight. Young Leo was hiding under the bed upstairs. He could hear his father being dismantled below. He could hear his mother's pleas turn into a wet, choking silence as the beast's claws found her throat. But the Krampus isn't here for the parents. They were just the obstacles. The bedroom door didn't creak. It was pulled off its hinges with a casual, sickening strength. Leo saw the hooves first, cloven black and caked in frozen gore. Then the basket. The crux. It was woven from human hair and willow, and it was already twitching. Inside were the others, the naughty children from the village. They weren't dead. Not yet. They were folded into impossible angles, their limbs snapped to fit the confined spaces. A pile of weeping, broken geometry. The beast reached under the bed. Its hand was cold, colder than the alpine winter, It grabbed Leo by the hair and dragged him out. Krampus doesn't just take you. He prepares you. He took a piece of coal from the hearth, a glowing white hot ember. With a terrifying precision, he pressed it into Leo's forehead. The smell of burning hair and searing flesh filled the room. The mark of the wicked. Then the birch sticks began to fall. Each strike stripped away a layer of childhood. By the 10th strike, Leo's nightshirt was a sodden red rag. By the 17th, the muscle was visible on his back. Leo tried to scream, but his vocal cords had frayed from the effort. He could only make a dry, clicking sound in his throat. The beast lifted him, folded his spine until the vertebrae popped like a dry kindling, and shoved him into the basket on top of the others. Where does he take them? The legend says back to the Black Forest. The elders say a pit that leads directly to the roots of the world. But those who have survived the night of the Horn and lived to be found, the few who were dumped back on their doorsteps on Christmas morning, never speak. They can't. Their tongues are usually gone, replaced by a single piece of cold, black coal. They just sit by the fire, shivering, staring at the chimney. Because they know that the Krampus doesn't forget a scent. And next year, the basket will be empty again. So as you tuck your children in tonight, listen closely. Is that the wind rattling the shutters? Or is it the sound of a heavy, rustled chain dragging across your porch? Did you truly be good this year? Or is there a shadow in the corner of your room waiting for the clock to strike 12? That is all for tonight's episode. I do hope you all enjoyed it. It is the season of giving after all. I hope you all have everything you want in your baskets and stockings. And until next time, sleep well.